The concept of beauty standards fascinates me, and since people really like my Miitopia lore videos, I figured why not continue my Miitopia lore series with something that's very usual for any form of society: beauty standards. As a definition, beauty standards are a set of values applied to appearance of both men and women regarded as beautiful and handsome in order to rightly fit in the community. So we'll be discussing patterns with canonically beautiful characters in Miitopia and figure it out. In terms of canonically beautiful, we have the princess and lovey-dovey couple woman. She could have just been glazed, but we'll consider her to meet Miitopian standards. I would like to state real quick that I'm pretty sure the princess is canonically the prettiest character in the entire game, simply because of the fact that their beauty is brought up the most. It was brought up in the casting call, it was brought up in the actual game, and even the monster that had her face recognized it. So there is that. For the implied section, we have the fab fairies. I'm unsure if they were outright stated to be in some way attractive, but I do believe it was at least implied. Really quick note, the only one that was explicitly stated of the fab fairies to be at least somewhat pretty would be the eldest fab fairy, who was considered to be glamorous. Now for Greenhorn, look at these two and tell me what they have in common. Dark eyes in general, down small nose, and thin. I would say hair color matters, but there's no real pattern with any of them, and that's the concluded standard for Greenhorn. One thing about this is that when in development, Greenhorn, Next Door, and Realm of the Fae were divided during their development as civilization. You know, like the places are geographically separated. Greenhorn and Next Door have arid frontier / powdered peaks, and Next Door has had boulders that were present for who knows how long before the genie blew away, separating Next Door and Realm of the Fae. Now, of course, what would the standard be for Next Door if we have nothing to go off of, you might wonder? Well, we do have something with Dancing Guide, which is the closest we get for Next Door Town. However, there's no one to compare her to, so there's no way to find anything in common. For all we know, it could be from her personality. And finally, for Realm of the Fae, we have our fab fairies. They all seem to be light-skinned, large, green or blue eyes, and small noses. Of course, everything in this video I stated was all guesses. I could be completely wrong. We don't have enough information about Miitopia as a whole to go off of.